Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sunny here, and we're back with another update. We are covering the patch and the events and the Pearlshop, and there's some big stuff in all of it. So this right here is the Korean patch, but we're getting all these things, at least the events and all. I'll explain why in a bit. This should be out tomorrow after maintenance, the 18th. So you're getting information ahead of time, and there are some changes. First, let's do the patch notes. If you want the full breakdown of the patch notes, you can check the global app videos from last week. I'm gonna just TLDR and focus on some new things in it, because there are something. They gave a little bit more love to Corsair. That's right, boys. It's not a joke, but it's funny. So first off, here is a quick note about the class changes. They're still ongoing, and they will be ongoing for a while. And this dev note is important, so I'm gonna read it for you guys. Following last week's update, balance adjustments are being conducted with the goal of reducing the disparity in PvE damage across classes. This week, adjustments were made to Succession and Awakening Corsair and Sock Sages, which were exhibiting somewhat low damage output when considering factors such as hunting, difficulty, and stability. Further PvE balance adjustments are planned, and structural improvements for certain classes are also being prepared starting from the conclusion of AOS regular season, and AOS ends next week. So we could already see some of those changes on Friday's global app. So make sure to tune in and Twitch tweets us by bprimegaming when we're going to cover them, because then they would be out when the season is over. But we'll see, right? But more stuff is coming, thank God. Additionally, we are closely reviewing the results of the balance adjustments applied to the official server last week. So that was the Wusa, Megu, Circle, Ranger, and I think there's like one more, but I forget. During this process, we confirmed that some classes are exhibiting excessive performance beyond the intended range, even taking into account the factors considered at the time of the adjustments. I'll talk a little bit about this. We're preparing additional adjustments for these classes to maintain an appropriate level of performance, and will provide further updates once these preparations are complete. We'll do utmost to provide a better PvE balance environment. Thank you. So, like Mego is the big one we were talking about. It is probably a bit outperforming the other classes at the moment, but if they're going to, like, hopefully it's small nerfs, like just 5%, maybe 10% on some abilities, bring it down in line with the S tier, and then just power creep everything else. That's what I want to see. I really want to see them just buff all the classes, buff all of them, see where it land out. And if there's a few classes that's being a bit overperforming, then slight nerfs, bring them down a little bit. Stop this complete kneecapping or pulling back. The problem is that the buffs to a class like Sock Corsair are completely silly. And you'll see, right? So I went through this. I already checked comparing it to global app, and everything is the same. It's getting a 5% damage buff in PvE on Sock Corsair on pretty much all abilities, but there is a little something extra that was not on global app. Jin Storm, Flood, and Kisses the Waves, these three abilities were not on global app, so they are further buffs to the class. These three abilities are now also getting a PvE buff, so that is going to be a little bit better. However, they're only getting a 2.5% damage buff. That's it. So I don't know if that's going to change a whole lot, but I guess it's something, right? I really just want to see all of these classes get power crept. Let's get those ST performances. I've been having so much fun grinding on Megu the last couple of days here. I forget how it feels playing a good class in PvE, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. So, yeah, hopefully this is gonna be good stuff. For Awakening, it's the exact same on as on Global. I think it's like 5 to 10, like 10%. I think a lot of it is like 10% damage buff. For Sock Sage, it's around 10% damage buff across the board on pretty much every ability it has. Yeah, those are class changes. They are making some adjustments to the blue battlefield. Here you see like the TLDIs, they are making, the ability of the battlefield forces increased by 32%, and the amount of damage dealt by some large ship has been changed as follow. I've been told from people that do this content and are deep into it that this is good. Happy to see some of these changes to make them like less. I believe it's about making it less focused on the guild galley. That's about it. Yeah. Blue battle adjustments of damage dealt by large ships. Oh, this is the Guild Galley stuff, sorry. Yeah, damage dealt by the fallen ships to the improved Guild Galley, and the Galley has increased by approximately 24.8%, so a bit more damage to the Guild Galley as well. This here is awesome. They're buffing solo bosses, Calamity 2 to 7, and you can now get another of these Essence Light Orbs to make them even easier. And now they're making them worth killing. So if you don't have 330 AP and you can't kill Calamity 8 bosses, it is now worth doing Calamity 7 or below. And you don't need any gear to do these, by the way. 90% of the stats comes from the light orbs. Like back in the day when we had one less orb than we do now, we were killing the Calamity 7 bosses with unenhanced white gear. Just to show an example, right? So anyone can do these. As long as you do the quest line and you get all of the orbs, you need to do a Calamity 3, and then a Calamity 5, then Calamity 6, and then you can start doing Calamity 8. So they're adding Essence of Dawns to them, and that's like a nice little boost here. Yeah, that's about it, depending on which rank you are. So this is the Calamity 7 bosses. It's, if you get the rank 1, 2, or 3, you get 4 Essence and 100 million silver. If you get below, rank 9 is everyone. Then you get 3 to 4 and 100 mil. And remember, you can kill 5, so that means as a bonus, you will be getting, worst case scenario, 15 Essence of Dawn and 500 million silver, and this should only take 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 minutes. It's well worth doing, and it's kind of fun. Highly recommend starting doing these if you can't do Calamity 8+. Right, and they're also adding the Essence of Dawn chest to hard mode bosses in the party version. They are improving some of the dynamic grinding spots. Collisions detection monsters have been added to the Belbasaur is summoned. The movement speed in Tinderbrom has been increased, so they group up faster. Awesome, should be easier to kill. And the Tomb Garden Colossal has been improved so that it moves closer range when summoned from a long distance. And for the Nympho Castle, the health of the Cold Trickster have been reduced by approximately 10%. And also the appearance of the Dream Fisher designed as one place. So all of this should be just raw buffs to those grind spots as well. For Pilled Undying, they are making some improvements to the bosses to make them easier to do. So now instead of being knockbacks, whatever, you can also do knockdowns, bound, and stun stiffness for the final boss. And this here is the one with the dog. It's going to be easier to proc, basically. Changes here to some of the fish for like the hungry monsters out here for sea monster hunting quest. Moved a little bit away, and bold appearance revenue improvement made so that speech buff is displayed immediately after moving, making it easier to find. And they are also it moves less away, it stays closer, faster summon, so you can kill them quicker, not waste as much time. Light is there from the beginning, and yeah, whatever. Also, the amount of leaves you get is up 730%, 335, 170%, 200%, and 140% roughly. The effect of the rift bosses that crush your forward guard has been removed, and some quest stuff, and yeah, that's about it. Let's get to the events. First off here, we got a little GM note, and these are going to be global events. We are going to get these for sure. It is guaranteed because it is a light shining together with adventures around the world. It is a global event. The way it's going to work is we're going to be grinding, fishing, bosses, all this. You're going to get some light orbs, and depending on how the global population and how many we gather all around the world, we'll get different rewards and buffs and things like that. So it's a world where everyone just comes together. It's gonna get messy. Okay, so there you are. Here are the rewards depending on how much we accumulate. At 25%, we get 1,000 crowns. At 50%, we get our Radiant Enhancing Section box. This is the one that also has 700 cron stones and 2k crons. 75%, we get a 7-day value pack and 3k crons. And at 100%, we get the title, We Are the World, and 4k crons. But there is more. There's also a seal event because you're going to be grinding for the seals. So the way this event works is for the next month, 4 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't do math very well. 3 or 4 weeks, probably 4 weeks. You're going to be getting these orbs here when you're grinding. Right. Grinding, gathering, fishing. You get 80 from world bosses, and you also get 80 from your rifts. You also get some on logins. So you're going to be accumulating those fairly quick, hopefully. You take these and you go to the ancient device in Velia. You interact with it when you have enough, and you convert them into a seal that you can buy goods with. And when you convert them, you're going to feed the energy into this thing. And that is this event here. When you feed them, it increases the percentage. Right? So these two things are connected. It's the same event, more or less. Go here. It's right here in Velia. And you interact with it. You convert. It gives you the energy. And you get seals. Now, with the seals, there's also a seal shop. This is what is in the shop here. 4,000 cronstones, a 250 stack, and a 250 stack in terms of silver value. Here, enhancing fill stack cost is around 13 billion silver in value. Pretty damn solid. You get Charts of Fate boxes. We'll cover those in a bit. Costume. This is a succession costume with the weapon. Imperial horse seal. 3 paint. 10 hungers, crow coins, enhancing, 10-hour boss, filler stuff as well, loot scrolls, always nice to see, yada yada. And you get 3 of these, which is the RNG event. But you can choose now. It's not depending on what other people choose. You get to choose. So you can choose either the 100 to 5k cronstone, the 500 to 1500 cronstone, or the guaranteed 1000 cronstone. And with all these events, assuming you get the 1000 cronstones, it comes out to 19,494 cronstones. So pretty much 19,500 cronstones. If you of course go the gamble route, you can get way more. Just need to roll a couple of good rolls here, but guaranteed 19,500 cronstones, not counting any of the other things here. Super juiced event. Yeah, and I believe there's also going to be here additional events upon 100% completion. So when we reach the 100%, we're also going to get Enhanced Morning Blessing and AGRIS Hot Time. Right? Upon defeating the Calamity bosses, we get double reward. So that's 40% drop rate that stacks with the 300% and 2 AP. Remember, like 1 AP in PvE is 9. So it's 9 more monster PvE, 20% more drop rate, and AGRIS heat points daily recovery is double. Double daily AGRIS as well. Huge, and the 1000% EXP, 100% drop rate, and 100% life skill EXP as well. Actually a juicer, guys. Actually huge. Yep, no shot, I gotta play the game. I know, man, I know. They're making us actually play the game. Can you believe it? It really looks to me that PA are trying. The last couple of months of events here have been insane. Even though I have nothing to work on in gear, I have not played the game this active in ages. Just like the events are awesome. They're super good value. It's fun. Yeah, they're making us play the game. I really think that PA is doing what they can to just turbocharge gear, make it the best possibility to catch up and reach the Idane Part 2 whenever it comes out here at Heidelberg, July 25th. Oh, it's going to be announced. Probably going to come out a bit later. Right, so let's get to the Pearlshop stuff, because for the people who want to spend some money, there is bangers in this one. It might legitimately be the single best Gamba box deal in the history of the game. So first is a event where you get the Blessing of the Shining Moon. The basics of this is the more you spend, the more you get. So rewards that you obtain, every time you spend pearls, you unlock stuff. Now keep in mind, this here is the KR versions. These are not the same pearl spending amounts that we have here. I think 1,600 pearls in KR, I think. Is this like 1,100 pearl spending? I think it is, right? So let's just go over what's going to be in it. Coupons, combo selections, boxes, treasure. This is the title treasure chest. I think they are the best Gamba boxes in terms of value. They're either the best or the second best one. And coupons, you get the seals, which you can then buy more Gamba boxes for. And more seals, 20% coupons, more seals, selections, even more seals, coupons, seals, and ultimate, and more coupons. Yeah, so here this is the exchange seals. Normally, more title chest is the best value. So that's probably what you want to be spending these on. Yeah. Okay, so that's what that is, right? You spend more, you get more, you can reset it. Let's take a look at the actual Pearlshop. We got some Pearl sales, the 4th anniversary direct service. This is global event. Our Pearl blessing will be slightly different. Okay, so good confirmation. Normally, it's pretty much the same. Netherlands and Belgium. Okay. Well, won't they just be restricted? Normally, just I guess they can't be restricted because of the event type of things. Okay. So there you go. We're not getting this specific version, but we'll get another one that probably won't have the Gamba stuff. You guys don't know because of law. Just last reward. Right, because that's a Gamba box. Gotcha. You can't sell Gamba boxes in Netherlands and Belgium. So if this here is a thing that they could participate in, they can't have Gamba boxes in it. Just that's the law. Normally, just to get excluded from buying the Gamba boxes, but yeah, I guess. Okay, so that's good. Good comms, Fluffy. Here are the Pearl sales, and I expect us to get something similar, if not the same, because it's the 4th anniversary for the direct service. So there's going to be potentially some Pearl shops with coupons. We might get different again if they are planning on selling those in Netherlands and Belgium, right? Another one here. This is 10k pearls with coupons and costume, and this is 5k pearls with a 10% coupon. Now let's get into the sales. And 80% off on 6 boxes. W law, yep. Oh yes. This is really good value. 80% cron value, that is sort of the benchmark you're looking for on discount. So this here is the benchmark on a good pearl deal for cron stones. And this is guaranteed, so there's no Gamba involved, where if you go Gamba boxes, even though the average value is around this, you're not guaranteed it. So this here is actually, as far as I remember, pretty good deal. But as always, wait for Kashira's video coming out. Just wait a couple of days, right? And make a good informed decision if you're going to spend money. If you're going to be stupid, at least be smart about it, right? 65% off are normally pretty terrible value. So this is going to be terrible value as well. But let's get to big stuff. The treasure chest, the title treasure chest, they're back. That's the 2+2, always great value. And there's some new stuff here. You got the 10% off and up to 70, which is the normal ones, 50% on 70 chest. But they also added a one-time 100 chest at 25% off with an additional Gamba box in it. So I did a little bit of digging in the previous numbers. And this year is the last time I think we had the title chest. So you can see the value here, Kashira. Again, link in the description, guys. Go and give that guy a sub. At the 30% off, and we'll be able to get 30% coupons, right? And this is the 70 ones, right? It's 81% cron discount. And if you're comparing to the boxes we just had now, with the 100%, the 100 boxes, which are also at a 25% discount, plus a 30% coupon, right? It is 1,800 cron. So remember, this is 100 boxes with 25% on it, plus a 40, and it's less than the 40% value here, right? So that means that the 100 box with the 25% in it, plus a 30% discount, I believe that is going to be the singular best Gamba box value we've ever had, if you can stack it with a coupon. So for the people out there that are looking to spend big money, because this is going to be expensive, let me just do a quick math here. Just to give you guys a rough estimation. Ooh, that's looking to be 40,000 or something? Yeah, maybe like 40. It's gonna be insanely expensive, right? Insanely expensive. But I know some of you guys are gonna be using your credit card, right? So of course we're gonna cover it. Whatever you do, it's up to you. We got some emotes as well. And yeah, there's the emote pass. We got some cheap stuff here as well. 50% off, 40% off. Some value packs. Hits. I forget what these are called. Artisans, Thea Orbs, and some lucky 100 Pearlshops. I forget how much they are, but like some good stuff. The engraving stones are normally a decent value to get. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.